Hello, good morning, and welcome back. And here we have a race-motivated crime, which, as we all know, is clearly far right, because any ethnic supremacist belongs to the far right, clearly. And the police took so long to react as well, which means they're clearly in cahoots, and this is such a fascist country, because that's also far right. You know, whatever's about collectivism and government control is definitely far right, and not socialism and left-leaning. Okay, never mind. But here we have from the pride flag bearing metro. Afghan asylum seeker walks around shop asking people if they're English before stabbing them from Wednesday, 3rd July 2019, 6:47 a.m. That kind of falls apart then. If race motivates them and they're not white and they're anti-white, then it's kind of radio silence here. I'm surprised even the metro picked up on it. It's not got much reporting in mainstream media. So here we have some footage of it happening. The man walking in, and he's going to claim that he was too drunk to know what he was doing. You tell me if you think that he looks drunk. And it moves on to him asking Nicholas Spate on January the 8th, tapping him on the shoulder. He asked what his nationality was. When he replied that he was from the UK, he swung a 10-inch knife at him. And what I admire about Nicholas Spate, who was attacked, is that he was able to push him away with his feet and almost get him in a kind of triangle lock before the guy ran off. You can see the glint of the weapon there, which is obviously a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu move, and why I encourage everybody to participate as well and to get some sort of training. There we go. He's kind of getting him in a full guard block. And then we have him just calmly exiting. Again, it's almost like he's in The Sims. So, prosecutor Heidi Stonecliffe said the unsuspecting Mr. Spade would not have known that events would unfold with such frightening speed. It's a great phrase. They're so calm about it. Recalibrate your sensitivities. She said, on that evening in January this year, this defendant had set out deliberately to threaten, harm, and kill members of the public by virtue of their nationality, or what Mr. Okpalik perceived to be their nationality. They were English. Then we have him swinging his legs around, kind of getting him into a full guard. So that's good. And you know, if nothing else, if somebody is coming at you, don't let them sit on you, essentially. That's then full guard. If they're not sitting on you, they can't do so much, they can't reach so well. And if they lean back so that you can't hit them, you can just roll on top of them, sit on them, and then you win, essentially. And then you can just kneel on their wrist, and then they can't stab you because they can't move it. And then their neck's open, and you can incapacitate them without harming them. Wait for police to get there, which is quite a while. Within 15 minutes, apparently. That's the idea for Category 1, but that's double what it used to be just 10 years ago. So within 10 minutes, Akbadaya literally pulled a knife from two other men, one in the kebab restaurant nearby, and then found the Pond pub in London Road, Croydon. He approached John Hoy as he sat at a table with three friends having food after a pool tournament. Pool seems to play a big role in this. He hates English people who play pool. She was heard quite aggressively and repeatedly, asked where they were from, before going had an encounter, arming himself with a huge red-handled knife and lunging at him. Only when the men fought back, Barry fled. He then made his way to the pub where he confronted Barry Watkins, who was on his way out holding his pool cue and case. Don't try and attack someone who has a staff or a pool cue. I mean, if it's split into halves or thirds and in a box, then fair enough. But if someone's got a staff, no. And what I learned from fencing is that you hit the bit that's nearest you. If someone's lunging you with a knife with their arm outstretched, hit their hand. Probably break a finger or a few, maybe their hand, and they're going to drop the weapon anyway. Same thing that if you've got shoes on and your legs are longer than your arms, that you do a crescent kick to disarm, and then that hopefully breaks a finger, gets them to drop the weapon. Nonetheless, it flings their arm out to the side, in which case it opens them up, and then you can just kick them in the ribs, maybe break one, puncture a lung, they're incapacitated, all good, and that takes about 2 seconds. But obviously, you know, practice this in a safe environment before just trying it, otherwise you will miss, and then you'll open yourself up to attack, because kicks are dangerous for both people. Miss Stonecliffe said he and his friends replied they were English, at which point the defence started lunging them with the knife. They wished the table, forcing Brody to flee again. He denied attempted murder and wounding with intent. Wow. I think now your job is mitigation, mate, which is what they say. He's expected to say he was too drunk to form any intention to kill. However, she said his actions were deliberate and considered. He knew exactly what he was doing, and he took care not to be caught. Yes, it doesn't sound like too drunk to me, and the footage that we saw in Tesco Express, not Tesco Extra, Express is the little one, Extra is the big one, shows that he didn't seem to be all that drunk. But it's nice that he was just too incompetent to hurt people, and if we see more stories of this, then people are going to be less likely to try it because they know that the great British people, English people, will not take it lying down, and they will fight back. The Great British Bulldog, if you will. We will fight them in the Tesco's. We will fight them in the pubs. We will fight them at the pool tournament. Okay. Aguirre's cousin dialed 999, telling the operator, he said he wants to kill the English people. I can see his eyes. He's serious. He will do it. He's trying to run and he will kill someone. Please come quickly. Court heard that when officers finally did arrive, but he jumped a string of fences to try and escape them. Didn't sound too inebriated or incapacitated to me then. They eventually find him lying in the back garden, pretending to be out of it, so they would leave him alone. The trial continues. So, there hasn't been a lot of coverage on this, and that's why I thought that I should cover it as well, to show what happens when conflicting cultures come together. And if you're letting in people who hate your country, and hate your countrymen, and women, and children, then there are going to be problems like this. So, I'm not saying stop immigration, I'm just saying, hey, maybe be aware of why people want to be part of your country. Maybe they like your country, or maybe they hate it, and they're trying to destroy it from the inside. Fifth column, if you will. But anyway, as always, what do you guys think? Am I wrong? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and do share this video around, or this story around, if you think it worth sharing. I tried to pick one that would side with the asylum seeker, as I always do. I try to pick one that would disagree with me, so that I take on their most robust arguments. But anyway, let me know in the comments below, and I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day.